If you do this, you will be providing your child with a wonderful opportunity to become an atheist.
My mind was a train, it be shining. If I had my gifts on my wrist, they be diamonds. If I had my soul on my feet, it be retro. Every time I hop on a beat, they like, let's go loco.
Hey, welcome to Choices with Choice, where we talk about the choices people make and why they make them. My name is Choice Akurende. I am an adjunct English professor at 2 separate Christian institutions, and my passion is to teach. I love teaching. When I teach, I don't feel like I'm working. In fact, I feel like I'm just doing what I was called to do. I love to explain things to people. I love to hear their questions and try my best to bring light to what they're doing. And teaching at these Christian institutions has actually given me the opportunity to relate with a lot of students on a deeper level. It's interesting that I get approached by many atheist students who want to talk to me about their belief or lack of belief and why they think the way that they think. And many of these students, if not all of them, come from Christian homes. They come from Christian homes, and from what I gathered, it almost seems like these Christian homes are trying to pump these atheist kids out. And so I'm gonna do my best to help these Christian homes pump these atheist kids out, because it seems as though that's the goal. And I only gathered that that might be the goal from the sheer amount of experiences and points that have been made to me by these atheist students. And the first point, the first thing that I think that a Christian home needs to do if they're trying to pump out an atheist child is to conflate God with man. If you can successfully conflate God with man in the mind of a child, what this allows for is an opportunity for a mistake to turn their minds and their eyes, their hearts away from Christ. This is easily done by things like depicting your pastor as perfect, or depicting yourself as perfect, or depicting Christians in and of themselves in comparison with the world as perfect. And we do this in many different ways. And when this is done, when this is instilled in the mind of a child, the inevitable flaws that come from either the pastor or from the parents or from the members of the church will be depicted as the flaws of God, the flaws of Christianity, the flaws of Christ himself. If you're trying to create opportunities for your child to become an atheist through prayer, when you pray, you should make sure to set yourself on a pedestal above the world through a way of depicting yourself as perfect or your life as perfect. And one of the most common ways to do this, you see this in a lot of churches a lot of the time, is thanking God that there are a lot of sick people in the world, there are people dying of cancer, and thanking God that you don't have cancer, that your family doesn't have cancer. What this does is it creates an opportunity for atheism to slide in. Perchance one of your child's friends gets cancer. They think, why did God allow this to happen? Or God forbid they get cancer and they think, wait, I'm a Christian, God allowed me to get cancer, God therefore can't exist. This happens in plenty of different ways. In fact, I hear it in my church some of the times where somebody will genuinely, they are thanking God, they say something like, Lord, I thank you. There are people that don't have legs. I thank you that I have both of my legs to walk. There are people that don't have hands. I thank you that I have both of my hands to eat food. There are people that can't eat, Lord. I thank you that I don't have to eat through a tube. If the child then encounters these things in life happening to anyone that they care about, and they believe that it is God's fault that this is happening, this is a way that their hearts can be turned. I say this because students have approached me with these sorts of points. They say things like, God allows for bad things to happen. This sprouts from that sort of understanding where you pray as though calamity cannot strike. When some form of calamity comes around, as the Bible says, that trouble will surely come. When this stuff does come around, when it happens, if you're trying to make sure that your child is provided opportunities to become an atheist, make sure that you blame the trouble in someone's life. Obviously, you'd probably be pointing at others if you do this. Make sure to blame the trouble on sin, on the sin in their lives specifically. That is not me saying that sin doesn't just bring about trouble. Sin surely does. But there's a way that you can do this where, again, as I said earlier, you're placing yourself on this perfect pedestal. For instance, if somebody suffers some sort of trouble in their life, make sure that your kids hear you blame them for not paying their tithe maybe, or blame them on having some sort of secret sin in their life that brings about that kind of calamity, because obviously their life would be going perfect. Their life would be going perfect if not for them having some sort of sin in their life. If you do this, you will be providing your child with a wonderful opportunity to become an atheist. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video on how to build an atheist, you should definitely subscribe for more, because there's definitely going to be a part 2 where we come at this idea from different angles on how to build an atheist out of a Christian home. God bless y'all. See you later.